Angel Reese reflects on her journey to the WNBA at ComplexCon. On day one of ComplexCon Las Vegas, Speedy Mormon sat down with WNBA star Angel Reese to talk about everything, from childhood to her journey to the WNBA. During the 360 with Speedy panel on Saturday, fans got to see and hear Reese up close and personal chatting about her podcast, the Unrivaled Women's League that begins in early 2025, future goals, and more. Angel Reese talked about her childhood with Speedy Mormon at ComplexCon. One of ComplexCon's Saturday highlights was 360 with Speedy featuring Chicago Sky star Reese. The room quickly filled up in anticipation of hearing her talk about everything from her journey to the WNBA, her podcast, joining the new women's off-season league, Unrivaled, and anything and everything in between. Mormon started at the beginning, asking what life was like for Reese prior to all her newfound fame. She explained that she grew up in Baltimore with her mom and brother, and that she always wanted to play ball. I was just super competitive, but I was also really into fashion. I was super girly. I always had my hair and nails done and my lashes and stuff. People always were like, "You can't play basketball, you can't do all that stuff," Reese said. And I was like, "You can't tell me what I can do. Never tell a woman what they can do." Growing up in an athletic family. When Mormon asked Reese if she came from an athletic family, she explained that her entire family also played basketball. She said she first picked up a basketball around the age of 4. "I used to run around the gym. My mom used to coach a team and I used to shoot around and just dribble and just do whatever I could," she explained. "My first real team I played on was with my brother. I was the only girl on the team. My mom coached us and that was when I knew I could be one of the competitors." Reese said she used to trash talk the boys and go hard all the time, spilling the tea about her college days and how everything changed after winning the championship. When the topic of her college days entered the chat, Mormon asked what it was like, saying for people looking in from the outside, it appeared to be a great time. Reese said she recommends going to an SEC school, Southern Eastern Conference, especially LSU where she went. "The experience there, the environment there, the love there, y'all saw," she said. "Southern hospitality is amazing. The food in Baton Rouge, I love Baton Rouge. I'll always love LSU because they kind of made me who I am." Reese also explained what it was like for her being a successful athlete as a college student, and how that's changed her entire life. "It's hard because I was learning on the fly. I was only 20 turning 21, and I was still learning and making mistakes and just still trying to figure it out," she said. "I'm trying to be perfect, but I'm also trying to learn." For Reese, life shifted hard after winning the national championship with LSU. She said she had to move and get a new car because people were following her home. She also explained that before winning the championship, while she was never a partier, she did enjoy attending football games with friends. "Because as an athlete, regardless, you can't move how you really want to move. I can move how I want to move now in the club because I'm grown," she continued. "In college, my coach sees me with a red cup, even if it was water, and I'm in trouble. I didn't really party in school, but I used to go to the football games. Football games were lit." The journey to the WNBA and gearing up for Unrivaled. Reese explained that it was a scary step for her to enter the WNBA draft, and that being drafted to the Chicago Sky was the best decision of her life. "I love Chicago. I loved my rookie year," she said. "It was everything I ever imagined. Just being able to be in such a successful league." Reese reiterated that all her dreams finally came true, and being drafted was such a happy, joyful moment, as well as a chance for her just completely start over, saying that nothing mattered, "I completely started over." In addition to working hard in her basketball career, Reese is also trying to do all the things she loves outside of basketball, which includes her podcast and building her brand. One thing Reese is excited to do is to play in the new off-season women's league, Unrivaled. "Basically being able to have my brand outside of basketball, I was able to stay here and not play overseas during the off-season and play an Unrivaled league in January in Miami. It's something I'm super excited for," she said. "I just think it's a blessing." Unapologetically Angel podcast. This content is not available due to your privacy preferences. Update your settings here to see it. Reese also talked a little about her podcast, Unapologetically Angel, and what guests she hopes to get on the show in the future. "Girl talk is my favorite," she said. "I have a lot of fun meeting different guests and even guests that I really didn't know things about. I love it. It's been fun. As for future guests Reese would love to have on the show, Beyoncé and Rihanna top the list. Those are my 2 dream podcast guests, she said. I've met Beyoncé. I met her after a show. She's a queen. She knows who she is. She stands in her skin. I love that.